So we're doing this video after the Moderna drastic price increase from yesterday. At the top, it was up. At the end of the day, it was up 177%, following the results of the Interpath 001 trial, where they had positive results for their cancer vaccine, which will then be the first approved cancer vaccine, which is amazing in itself. Great for the patients, and hopefully they can expand this into different indications and see a more broader use case for it, not just for melanoma, which is a somewhat restricted patient pool compared to other forms of cancers. If you look at the total market for melanoma, it's expected to be around 1.4 billion by 2032. Numbers may vary, but it's not the biggest market, or it may very well become a blockbuster. But I think the market is betting on future success in lung, bladder, kidney, and other indications. Using this as a platform.
Well, they're definitely pricing them for future targets and indications, for sure. I do have a question. What do you think of the overall reaction so far?
Well, I think that something that I've seen some people, they mention this, maybe the people who are more well-versed when it comes to trading and the financial markets, whereas some people, they just look at the price increase and don't look at what the mechanics behind it was. So when you have someone who has a short position in a stock, and then they are forced to close their position, that becomes buying power. So you had roughly 4 billion, I think it was, in shorts getting closed out on Moderna, 4 to 5 billion. They had a 15% of the float was short, roughly 15%, 13 to 15. I've seen different numbers, but that's one of the reasons why the price increase was so drastic and quite violent repricing.
We're already seeing repricing. I think that there's kind of a short squeeze at the moment. And I'm not too sure. To me, it feels like it was a bit overstated, the reaction, but that's typically how it goes lately in the financial markets.
Yeah, I feel like the shorts closed, so now we will see whether it can hold at this level. I feel like if it is retail driven, they might not want to wait for the future indication expansion, since melanoma is also, some would argue, one of the easier indications to go into, whereas the other ones may be more difficult. So that might prove a little bit trickier when they go into different indications. But still highly impressive. It's great that they are able to get a cancer vaccine to here, and looks like they're going to get it approved. So it will be great overall for the patients, but the real test will come in the future still, and see if they can get it approved for other indications, not just melanoma.
To add to that, what do you think of the overall mRNA vaccine market? What would this mean?
Well, I think it will have a good positive effect overall, as we've seen when something shows legitimacy and it can show safety and efficacy. More people will likely want to follow, and maybe they pursue something for themselves. And hopefully it can, broaden the various therapeutics available for cancer. So that would be great overall. How well it will do in different indications, we'll just have to wait and see.
We've also quite seen a reaction from the AI side. So I'm
Yes.
specifically talking about the sentiment of the impact and the involvement of AI. In this case, it's about Personalis, which got acquired by Tempus a month ago. I do think that the impact or the involvement around that platform has been overstated as well.
Yeah.
They have seen decent return, also decent pricing for future sense, but still I do think that only being involved into the tumor profiling, that seems like an overstatement to me. The platform the program has started 6 years ago, so and the Personalis only jumped into it in 2024. So yeah, to me it seems a bit too much, to say the least.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not as well read up on that, but it remains to be seen what will come a little bit more in the future. I think it's still got some proving to do. As it relates to Moderna, some other things to touch on is it will still be co-commercialized with Merck. So they will own, I don't know if it is 50-50 or what the deal is for that. So they won't even receive all of the commercial benefits they will reap from this, but it will be shared. So that's also something to bear in mind. But yeah, I saw some people mentioning that, oh yeah, it was an AI designed drug, or it was an AI drug, the RNA vaccine from Moderna, and it seems
They're
like
always fast to label.
yeah, it seemed like they did everything they could to pump up the stock and squeeze out the shorts, is kind of what I'm feeling at this point in time. But we have to remember this was in the clinic or designed like 9-10 years ago. It wasn't designed last year with AI, the latest, I don't know, shy discovery or whatever other form of AI. It wasn't as advanced back then. So I feel like this is overstated. Yeah, they use it to tell which type of cancer it is and make the treatment a bit more individualized. But I feel like that is somewhat overstated and pumping the stock and riding the hype cycle, which I don't blame them for. Obviously, you want to do as much as you can, but I feel like that might be somewhat overstated in the Moderna case.
It's better to look at it from a neutral standpoint and see both
Yeah,
sides.
yeah, exactly. You can argue both sides and say maybe it did play a big factor. Maybe, I guess we'll see when all the data becomes available. But so far, I would rather be cautiously optimistic than going out and saying that, yeah, AI played a pivotal part in this. I don't know, but it seems a bit overstated.
It does. Yeah.
But yeah, to summarize, I feel like it was a short squeeze. Great for the patients. It seems very exciting, but it still got a long way to go, I feel. There still won't be cash flow positive. I think it is 28 or 29, something like that was stated previously. So let's see how this comes, and it will take some time before it actually they reap the benefits commercially from this as well. So yeah, it will be interesting to see how it plays out. As we've seen today, the stock is down at the moment of recording 23%, 23.5%. So will be interesting to see what happens. We wish them all the best, and yeah, thank you very much for watching.